Welcome to TV Burp. We unearth love child of Charles and Camilla. Peter Andre mugged by gypsies. Hugh Furley Whittingstall gets job as sheepdog. And EastEnders producers work out a subtle way of sacking the actors. Here, what's your idea of a dream home?
The best things in life are free.
Dawn Keyes lives in Rayleigh, Essex, in her dream home with her dream lifestyle.
A yellow house guarded by 2 Shire horses. What's the feng shui on that? This was our old friend Wife Swap, and here's a phrase that fills every viewer with joy.
Lisa Litchfield is an ex-bouncer who hasn't worked in over a year.
Yeah. Bouncers, not as popular as they used to be, are they? Lisa Litchfield. And Lisa, how are you spelling that?
My relationship with Mick is...
L-E-E-S-A. Litchfield. Litchfield. No relation to Lord Litchfield.
No!
I wonder whether she might be the slack sheep of the family. No matter. Lisa is staying with Essex building magnate Paul Keyes, who has a fairly open mind.
I always say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but when it comes to appearance, I think you can. Sometimes you look at the things not very got the same, put a bit of decent clobber on and done her face up nice, you wouldn't be a bad salt.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge people by their appearances. He's used to doing pretty much nothing around the house. Well, a few chores.
It's all done for me, so the only household chores I have, really, is running me bath.
Oh, what a chore that must be, eh? Well, do I have to? So, Lisa moves in, and it's pretty much a world of chores.
I first walked in, and my initial
shopping,
impression, oh, what a lovely
washing,
house. It's a pleasure to do housework in here.
polishing,
But how long will it be?
and I think my favourite chore,
It's not the pets.
picking up dog's mess. Yeah, you know when you're sitting at home and you're watching a large lady retching as she picks up dog's mess, and you're thinking, John Logie Baird, if only you could see what your invention, the television, was being used for. You'd be so very proud. Well, after that, Lisa deserves a lie-in. Fully clothed, face down on the bed. Poor Lisa. She doesn't want Paul to think her a slob.
You don't want your husband looking better than you, or you don't want your husband to feel that you're a slob.
Yeah, well, the Asda bag in the sink doesn't help. Meanwhile, across town, Lisa's husband Mick is sharing with Paul's wife Dawn. He takes her fishing.
I've been sitting watching you, and you haven't looked at that once. You've been looking over there.
I've looked at it.
You're showing no interest whatsoever.
No, how many times have I asked you about all your
That's
bits
right.
and bobs and that? I'm asking
and you're
about
asking
it.
out of the sake of asking.
No, I'm not, because I'm asking.
You're asking for the sake of asking.
The name? J.R. Hartley.
Look at that. It's like a football hooligan shirt, isn't it? He's not even into football, he's into fishing.
He's a fishing hooligan. Yeah, he travels to all the big European rivers and picks fights with foreign anglers. Yeah, remember the River Rhine in '96? We really give it to him. It's coming home, it's coming, fishing's coming home. We love you, salmon, we do. We love you, salmon, You're going home in a keep net. You get the idea with that. So Dawn is not too happy with the swap because she knows that across town, Lisa is living the dream.
Lisa dreams about having a nice big home. We all dream about that.
Lisa is now living her dream.
Yeah, she's living her dream. Dream, 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 dream. See, Dawn is used to better. Take the garden.
He told me his garden looked like the Chelsea Flower Show. Where can that look like Chelsea Flower Show.
Yeah, maybe he's overstated that slightly. Although I've heard that at next year's Chelsea Flower Show, they're doing a wife swap garden.
And this, Your Majesty, is the wife swap garden.
It's a little bit chav for my liking. Quentin Wilson's back again. Hooray! With Britain's worst mother-in-law. Yes, the search continues for a suitable vehicle for Quentin.
Did you know that mother-in-law is an anagram for woman Hitler?
Yeah, rearrange the letters of mother-in-law, woman Hitler. Let's just try that. Oh, no, I'm getting, I wish I'd never given Top Gear. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So, Britain's worst mother-in-law. The contenders are Brenda.
With her relationship with her daughter-in-law and family in tatters, Brenda seeks solace with another family. Her collection of dolls.
My beautiful little girl, I love her, she's sweet, very special, this one. I think of these in my bedroom as my little sisters.
And they think of you as the scary giant who keeps brushing their eyes with a paintbrush. That house you've got for them. It's far too small, you have to break their legs to get them in. So that's Brenda. Then there was Margaret, who was a bit of a, well...
As well as being a card-carrying whinger, Margaret has absolutely no plans to grow old gracefully.
She's a bit of a tart.
Call Wayne Rooney! Call Wayne Rooney! Your ship's coming, mate. Meanwhile, another customer at Hugh Fernley Whittingstall's restaurant pays the price. Of course not. No, this was an electric belt, an American secret weapon as seen on Crazy Rulers of the World with John Ronson, in which he delved into the various methods of warfare developed by the US.
We had a master sergeant that could stop the heart of a goat.
What, just by looking at it?
By wanting the goat's heart to stop.
And did the goat's heart stop?
He did it at least once.
A very useful trick if we're ever invaded by goats. What's your first reaction when you see something you've never seen before?
Are you serious? Yeah, no, it's in all the books. I have never seen it before, not in 20 years.
Is this something quite rare?
Yeah, it is a really quite rare fungus, yes.
Can we eat it?
Can we eat it? Osprey, can we eat it? Rhinoceros, can we eat it? Apparently his wife had to stop him from eating the kids. Baby, can we eat it? This was beyond River Cottage, and down on the farm, one of Hugh's lambs was having its temperature taken.
And a quick once-over confirms that there's not much to worry about.
Ouch! Painful. You can imagine how you might walk after that. I didn't like that man, Mummy. Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week from Foyle's War. A little bit of Foyle's gold. Billy Jones returned to our screens this weekend with a little help from my friends, in which he refurbishes his old football clubhouse with people he hasn't seen for years. Look at the size of his finger. Take someone's eye out with that. We learnt of hard man Vinny's Achilles heel.
Cows. Vince hated cows.
When I was young, I was so wary of the cows. I'd never cross a field if there was a cow in there.
He's probably still frightened of them now, to be honest. So I can't see him doing that celebrity get me out of here.
Yeah, he'd be no good at I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, would he? No, not with that fear of cows. Wouldn't be able to do that Bush Tucker challenge where you have to be buried in a pit with a cow. Or stand there while a whole load of cows are emptied over your head. Or you have to retrieve the gold star from a Perspex box with your teeth. But here's the tricky bit, the box is full of cows. Here, do you ever get that weird dream where Coronation Street is visited by Scooby-Doo?
Here's to us, then. Stop it!
Scooby snack. Some people say that Coronation Street is a sort of idealised version of the North. Well, this week they tried hard to represent the other, perhaps more familiar side of Manchester. Do you ever just catch the end of a story and wish you'd heard the beginning?
Peeling veg, open the cupboard door, and no casserole dish.
Sounds like a belter. Karen was in a right strop.
Well, look at it!
Right, that's enough!
Ouch! Didn't just use a fist, no. She's got a deadly weapon. Clint Eastwood had his Magnum, James Bond had his Walther PPK, Luke Skywalker his lightsaber, and Karen?
No!
The cushion! She hit him so hard it nearly knocked the sock off his foot. I shouldn't laugh. I wouldn't want to upset her. So what's Steve up to? Well, he's invented a new pub game. Yeah. Looks easy, but it's quite tricky, that. But it's all going down at the Barlow's place.
Cup of tea, love?
Yes, please.
Oh, you'll have a job. There's no milk left. Someone's guzzling the gold top fast as we can buy it. It's like having a giant blue tit in residence.
Giant blue tit in residence!
Morning.
Morning!
Someone's guzzling the gold top fast as we can buy it. It's like having a giant blue tit in residence.
Blanche! It's breakfast time!
Oh, but I'm not hungry. I haven't smashed some toast earlier.
But who is better, Karen MacDonald or a giant blue tit? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Go on, Katja! Welcome back. Anne Robinson reveals latest new look. Down a river cottage, Hugh Fernley Whittingstall's compost heap takes its revenge. Oxo adverts go up a gear. And on the bill, they introduced that electric belt. Is it me, or do you find when you're watching the bill, as soon as Rob Thatcher comes on, your telly starts playing up?
Yeah, hi.
First the vertical hold, then the horizontal. Here, what's the best way to start a dog race? And they're off. Of course not. No, this was Emmerdale, and it suddenly dawned on Patsy Kensit.
When did it all become so dull?
Just after you signed your contract, love. I must say, I'm enjoying Betty's return to the village.
I got you your paper, love.
Oh, much obliged.
Oh, hey, it's like someone's off the telly out there.
Somebody tell her. And now, the man who chews coffee.
Have you thought about writing your own vows for the service?
And this week, Viv momentarily lost her bearings.
Get out of my house.
It's a shop.
No such problem for Emily.
So, Mrs. Kirk, you say you last saw Michelle Williams on Tuesday the 28th of September in Emmerdale.
That's right.
Then I turned over and watched Pat Butcher in EastEnders. For me, Emmerdale has always trodden that fine line between soap and farce with great aplomb, but occasionally it drifts over into full-blown carry-on.
You're in early.
Trying to catch up on all the paperwork.
Just like your brother.
Carry on Emmerdale. But this week saw some fine performances from Alan Turner.
Dad?
I just want you to come and see me dead.
Wait a minute, I recognise that face. It's Jabba the Hutt. Isn't it weird how people end up looking like their drinks orders?
2 dry white wines and a large tomato juice, please.
OK, you're a kid and you're offered your pick of the sweets in the shop. What do you go for? Curly Whirly? Mars bar?
Come on, love. Now, what would you like, eh? A chocolate bar? Bag of crisps?
Dunno.
Oh, go on. You can have anything you want, love.
Big box of after eights. Yes, I'm holding a dinner party later. Just 1 or 2 friends from school. And we should finish it off nicely. You haven't got a bottle of Tia Maria, have you? My favourite programme at the moment is The Haven on Channel 4, the story of Findhorn, the centre for alternative lifestyles, where they try to live in harmony with nature. For instance, if you cut the root of a tree, you would be expected to apologise to the tree.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. She sliced through the root of a tree.
I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, you're encouraged to overcome problems by positive thought. And if that fails, there's always the chainsaw. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. This week, 2 members of the Haven, Geoffrey and Myra, were to be married. Naturally, there was the stag night.
Despite the rain, Geoffrey's still ready for some male bonding.
I just feel really nurtured, I suppose, by other men.
You sure you should be getting married?
My partner is off having her hen night, and, yeah, just spending the whole night having a pyjama party with her girlfriend, so...
You sure she should be getting married? Naturally, they'd want some music at the ceremony.
We have songs from every tradition, from Islam and Christianity and earthy sort of shamanistic songs.
Yeah, you got any Celine Dion? The one off Titanic? No? What about Love Is All Around by Wet, Wet, Wet? We did get a slight insight into why the inhabitants of Findhorn are all so happy and carefree. Ah, Special Brew, the tramp's friend. Which special BBC fundraising event happened this week? Well, there were a few tiny clues on Casualty. Yeah, if you didn't spot it, there was a slightly bigger clue a little later on Holby.
I meant what I said earlier. I shouldn't have just gone off like that. I am really sorry. I just...
Oh, children in need, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's even Gabby Roslin in the background, look. There she is. Yes. Funny how certain sounds make your surgical mask change shape, though, isn't it? On Casualty, they had a rare case of werewolfism.
Must have fallen against the door when it started thinking.
Where a man turned into a dog. There was also a quiz.
I've trained for so long to do this. I mean, I've wanted to be a doctor since I was...
A10, B11, C12 or D13. Press your red buttons now. Elsewhere in Holby General, Chrissy's mum was feeling better than she expected.
OK, anyway. Yes, you are. Come on, I'm not up to a post-mortem tonight.
Well, don't have one then. Yeah. See how you feel tomorrow. Musicality now on Channel 4.
It's May 2004.
No, it isn't. At times, I wasn't sure this was so much a singing competition as a crying competition.
I just want to go home. She's very frustrated. Well, I was frustrated myself. I need to get over that and just get it out and move on and start with the claim to get home.
Okay, till somebody else tries.
Look, we're all
Sorry.
here. I must say, I do find this crying thing, it's good in a way, but I do find it boring.
In my view, The star of the show is Gareth Valentine, the musical director. And tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be drunk Barbara Streisand.
Ice candy and the sun's all about. Don't bring up our clouds away.
Hey, you saying we're getting you. He's got a very clever piano, though. He starts playing it, and once the piano's got the hang of it, it carries on by itself. Now he's playing it. So I've got the hang of it now. You can never wander. How do you react when you're given good news? Well, your first concern is my nose going to drop off?
So the first person to go through will be Caroline Graham. Number 2 will be Kerry Newton. Then Donna Hazleton. The last person to go through is Alex Hogg.
Well, that's all we've got time for, and to sing us out is the winners of Channel 4's Musicality.
I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. No more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I want to make her see how much this pains us. But you gotta walk away when it's over. Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. Many more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I know you want to make her see how much this pains us. But you gotta walk away when it's over. Dry your eyes, mate.
Now, I'm Celebrity is bigger, better, buggier and back tomorrow night from 9 on ITV1. You would have thought she'd had enough, but Kerry, our queen of the last celeb jungle, has another challenge next year on ITV1 with a little help from her friends. Well, on 2, get behind the scenes of X Factor and Excess All Areas. Or on ITV3, drama of a different sort with Churchill.